Kikis Twisted Fate. Kikis would lock in Twisted Fate jungle against TSM at IEM San Jose in 2014. At the time, Twisted Fate was strictly seen as a mid lane champion, and Kikis became the first pro player to bring him into the jungle. This wasn't completely out of character either, as Kikis was already known for his unconventional and creative picks.
And his smite will be back up shortly. So level 2 was hit first here by Unicorn's Love. We saw the first hook coming out there as well.
All right, well the TF is going for the early gank. He went Krebs into red. Now he's going mid. He's got the gold card.
Can they kill it? Bjergsen here, the chains are going to come down. He's dead. First blood going to Kikis with the jungle Twisted Fate. Yes. Said if there's a stage to do it, to make your name.
He wasted no time showing the power of Twisted Fate jungle. Early in Game 1, Kikis pulled off a legendary level 2 gank on Bjergsen, and that single play set the tone for the entire game. Combined with multiple strong early game plays, Unicorns of Love snowballed the lead into a near 10,000 gold advantage. This series proved that Kikis and Unicorns of Love as a whole belonged at the highest level. Before that matchup, many believed Bjergsen and Santorin were the superior mid-jungle duo, but that narrative quickly fell apart after this series. Unicorns of Love would eventually lose this event 3-0 to Cloud9 in the Grand Finals, and to this day, Twisted Fate jungle has never really returned to pro play. So picking something that strange against elite competition and winning with it is exactly why it deserves a spot on this list. Doinb Nautilus. Doinb turned Nautilus mid into an iconic moment during Worlds 2019.
I think when you have a player like Doinb who's clearly extremely smart about how to play the game and snowball through mid, let's see actually what happens here.
Yeah, that's something important to know, how FWX
that's a flash.
are around him. LWX is in trouble. He manages to escape with his life for now. Teleport's coming down. Top lane is looking to join the fray. The Shy jumps in, but now all of a sudden Invictus, they're caught out and surrounded. Ning will get pulled backwards and shut down. Gimgoon picks up the first of this fight. Now Rookie continues to put the hammer down, stepping forward with those passive autos. Gimgoon and LWX escape with their lives.
And they get smashed here. Invictus Gaming now on the run. They dodge the hook, so I think they should be able to get out. But that is Ning.
This pick allowed FPX to create flexible drafts and favorable lane matchups depending on what their opponents selected. Doinb even secured wins with Nautilus during the World Championship Finals. What many people don't realize is that Doinb had been playing Nautilus mid years before it became famous. He first pulled it out back in 2015, finding success while being one of the only players in the LPL confident enough to run it consistently. 4 years later, that same pick helped him win a World Championship. Across his career, Doinb played Nautilus 16 times, posting a 62.5% win rate and a 3.9 KDA. FPX would go on to 3-0 G2 Esports, and Doinb cemented his legacy as one of the most unique and successful players League of Legends has ever seen. Caps Vayne. Caps first locked in Vayne mid during the EULCS Summer Playoffs against Misfits Gaming. With the series tied 1-1, Caps chose Vayne in Game 3 to punish Misfits' tank-heavy composition, and he completely took over the game.
Top lane 2 will take some damage.
Well, Reckless popped the ultimate to try and get them back. There's the teleport as well from Alpha. Misfits are investing towards this top lane inhibitor. They get the tower. Reckless is there. Blocks the healer Sang SOS joining them now. Caps on his way. Misfits 4-man strong. Pushing for the inhib. Brox is the one to step forward. Alfari will tank it up for the moment. Here comes Caps. Getting on to Alfari. With the 3-man knock-up. Hero's entrance comes in. Another 3-man. Caps! Caps! Killed Han Summer! And that is exactly what you want from your main man in a fight like this. Caps comes up huge! What an amazing performance from Fnatic! And Misfits went for the ballsy play. They went for the inhib. But Fnatic do not give an inch.
He would only play Vayne one more time in his career, during LEC Spring Playoffs 2020 while playing as an AD carry. In that game, he still dominated, finishing 14-4-5. This pick has become closely tied to Caps' career, showcasing his massive champion pool and his willingness to play anything to win. The pick was unconventional, unexpected, and risky, but it worked, which is exactly why it belongs on this list. Keane, Urgot. Keane locked in Urgot mid during Week 8 of the 2015 NALCS Spring Split.
Top that he's looking at, it's gonna be, you will be hard pressed to kill this Mundo in the late game.
That's true. Corki doesn't tank bust. You're not getting that.
If Grabby does not kill
No, it's in the middle.
Don't say anything. Yeah, well, of course it's in the middle. This is Keane. But I'm just stunned they let him play it.
Oh dear.
They finally unleashed the Urgot. Holy
Keane the machine.
moly. I'm so happy with this entire week of League of Legends. I can stand up if I want to stand up, man. This is going to be...
At the time, Urgot was viewed almost entirely as a solo queue only champion, making the pick a bold statement of confidence. Keane continued using Urgot throughout 2015 across both splits, and in total, he played 7 games, finishing with a 71.4% win rate and a 3.4 KDA. What puts this pick on the list isn't just the stats, it's the fearlessness. Keane wasn't afraid to look foolish by experimenting on stage, and instead he dominated. That season ended with Gravity being reverse swept by Cloud9 in the regional finals, and Keane would leave the team later that year. Still, his Urgot remains as one of the most memorable off-meta picks in NA history. Hi, Teemo. In the very first game of the NALCS 2014 season, High locked in Teemo mid against TSM.
Success. Right. Since they've picked Bjergsen's mid lane already, it'll also allow TSM to have the last pick for Dyrus and hopefully counter whatever balls brings out.
We'll have to see. He did bring out the Rumble once again for us over in the Boda. It's something that he has always been successful on, and really mentality for balls is something that always keeps him in the game. You can put him on any champion.
Listen. No.
Welcome to the North American LCS.
Wow. So I was going to say that's going to be a Teemo top lane.
At the time, Teemo was seen as a niche pick with almost no viability in professional play, largely due to his weak team fighting. That didn't stop High and Cloud9. While Teemo wasn't the sole reason Cloud9 won, High's pick helped them maintain full control of the game after the 30-minute mark, in large part to High's shrooms across the map. The fact that High picked Teemo and won created an iconic moment that is forever tied to North American League of Legends. This would be the only time High played Teemo in his legendary career, making the moment even more special. Likkrit, Brand. Likkrit first picked Brand support during the 2016 IWC qualifier while playing for Albasnox Luna.
So you have absolutely no choice.
Oh, here's how you do it.
But yeah, honestly, Caitlyn Karma has fantastic range and is going to be able to get on around the map. It also has really good siege potential, but it is going to be the Brand locked in.
Yeah, Brand picked up. That's going to be the support option for Likkrit. We all saw.
He found success with the pick throughout 2016 and 2017, using it to win their domestic championship and secure a massive Worlds 2016 group stage victory over G2 Esports. While Likkrit didn't have an incredible win rate on Brand overall, the pick earns its place on this list because of how risky it really was. Brand is immobile, extremely squishy, and difficult to pull off against top-tier competition. Picking it on the international stage showed Likkrit's willingness to take risks to win, and also his comfort using the pick. Albasnox Luna would eventually fall to H2K in the quarterfinals, but not before becoming one of the greatest wildcard teams of all time, pulling off one of the biggest upsets in World's history by defeating the Rocks Tigers. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys learned something new. Like and subscribe, and have a good new year.